joint.
Hello.
What the world?
Was that just your stuff messed up too?
Yeah, it look like it kicked me off or it kicked everybody off. I don't know.
Yeah.
It froze.
Yeah.
What would you say?
That's that 24-hour Zoom.
Facts.
You
That's
said
what I'm
you
saying.
said you had what plan for me?
Huh?
You said you had what plan for me?
Yeah, bro. I have stuff. We got stuff planned, Samaj. You were part of the plans too, bro. Trust. It's just a matter of when. We can't just drop 50 things at once.
I feel that, yeah.
Does option flow matter for a stock to go up and down? Option flow is people putting in orders on stuff. So realistically, option flow isn't going to tell you what's going to happen. Guaranteed. Like there's no guarantee. I saw orders. I saw $44 million in Facebook calls one day, and it never went up. Option flow is useful. You can use it to get ideas, or you can use it to help kind of, add on to what you're looking at. It can help you look at what contracts you want to get. If we're looking at VLO and then we want to trade VLO back to the upside, and we go look at the flow and we see heavy buying of a 115 call, right, versus the 120s, then we already see that money is moving into that. So we want to follow money. So it can be a good tool, but it's not a guarantee because obviously calls and puts are going to be coming across. So one of the things that I've shown before is, see you, Moody. One of the things that I've shown before is looking at unusual options activity on bar chart and looking for stocks that come up with unusual options activity and it's only showing calls. It doesn't mean that only call orders were placed, but just the sweeps or blocks that came through where the volume exceeded the open interest on those contracts is going to populate here. Oh, that's why I had a timer set for Ray. Ray was finna walk off with a free lifetime. I'm sitting here looking at this timer like, wow, I got the timer set. Yeah, movie hopping off. I'm gonna carry this on out though. So Samaj, yeah, bro, we gotta have somebody leading the younger traders, bro. We gotta have somebody, bro. I don't know why it ain't letting you unmute. You should be able to.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Trust, bro. I don't know generation WK2. I don't know what the generation is called, but it's gonna be like a generation.
Did you just say WK2?
It's 5:40 in the morning or 6 in the morning. I don't know. I ain't never been on Zoom this long in my life. My Zoom has not closed in 20-some hours, bro. My computer hot. I gotta get my charger. But yeah, so to answer that question about options flow.
Have you heard of that one ticker? I mean, that one, what's it called? That one indicator, and it's like a chatters. I don't know what it is, but it's like, I think
Like
it's
the social activity.
I don't know what it is, but I think it has to do something with options flow and everything. And then like it turns green or red. But it's cheddar flow. I don't know.
Cheddar
something.
flow. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it makes like that ticking noise when it's like a lot coming in.
Yeah, I've had cheddar flow before. And flow algo. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can get that stuff and buy it. Here's a good example. Rivian, always seeing this calls that are unusual, like unusual orders. Let me see if I can pull up what the. So here's where it says the actual definition of what it's using to say this. Um, it's just contracts trading at a higher volume relative to the open interest. So that's one way you can use options flow to give you some insight into what could happen. But again, it's that thinking about it just in the purest logical sense of it is what it is, right? This is just showing us where money is flowing. But it don't mean that it can't flow in two different directions, and it don't mean it got to be right either. PED. Got it. Oh yeah, boot camp is starting on Monday. We're gonna do a poll on Sunday so we can see what times work best for everybody for the classes throughout the weeks. Friday is when y'all be able to book y'all one-on-ones and get access to the bonuses. So everybody in the boot camp is gonna get access to my course bundle complimentary and a free month of the profit calendar. We'll go over that, like how to go through those different things and how to use them. First 24-hour Zoom, historical for me. The Zoom length will not be topped, engraved in my memory for life. I'm glad this Zoom is something you'll never forget. I didn't really realize the magnitude when I first had the idea because we literally do like 7-hour, 8-hour, 9-hour, 10-hour Zooms almost every week. So it really just seemed like one day we might well just do 24. Yeah, we've been on since pre-market, so I'm not sure how much you caught. If you caught the live, interaction during the market hours, if you caught the pre-market analysis, if you caught the home buying Zoom, the credit Zoom, the budget Zoom, and everybody else who's come up, you got on around noon. So yeah, you caught a lot for sure. Let me go grab my laptop charger.
That boy Tony went crazy though.
Oh yeah, Tone go hard, bro.
Yeah, or that's his name Tony. Yeah, he went hard. He went crazy.
Like it's so dope, bro, to be connected to folks who, and I think that's part of the thing too, is because I'm the same way where like you can just hit me up and be like, yo, you got like an hour? I think that's what happened with Tom. He was like, what you doing tomorrow? He said, yeah, that's how, because I did a class in his group. He was like, what you doing tomorrow? Like 8:30. I said, bro, I don't know, eating breakfast. What's up? It's like, man, you come we do like a pre-market meeting, and I wanted to know if you want to come in and like drop some gems to my group. Da 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 da. I said, all right, that's a bet. And he's like, so what you doing at 8:30? I said, bro, coming in your Zoom, bro. So it's just dope, bro, because a lot of the folks today, I had mentioned it to them like earlier, but some of them, it was all like literally, hey, yo, we doing this. Like, can you go on in like an hour and a half? And you wouldn't even really known like that I just did that unless besides me saying that. But I just wanted to, be a credit to them that they were able to come in and kill it short notice. Because they go hard. Let me go get this laptop charger real quick. It is joined on 3, and I ain't gonna let this laptop stop me from this. So, gonna stop me. You can't even send trees. Cause all of these niggas be on you. I'll share my world with you. Waste your time. Waste your time with me. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see who's giving you what you need. All right. So I need to go to Waffle House, cuz that's where I should have ran this joint from. Just sat in Waffle House.
So what?
Ain't about 3 All-Stars. May stick with me. Take the screens off too.
No, have you ever thought about getting black girl stocks on you?
Nope. Nah. But yeah, why not? I really, bro, to be real, people really don't like working with folks. Like people really are opposed to like collaboration more than you would have expected. It's a lot of closed-minded, competition-minded people in this space. Like, I've invited people, like Tone has his own Discord, and I have my own Discord, and we both, came into each other's Discords and taught, shared information and all that. But I've invited other Discord owners to come in, and I'm like, yo, you can come in mine and do a class. I can come in yours, do a class, put your folks on. Oh, I don't know. I think, people from my Discord are already in your Discord, and
What?
all right, bro, whatever. Now you said you was for the people. You really acting selfish right now. So, whatever.
With that one.
Do I have any volume screeners? Not really. So, I think you just talking about regular volume on FinViz. I would say most of my scanners on FinViz, unless it's just like a ticker setup, most of my screeners on FinViz will have average volume being like over 500,000 typically, just so I can be liquid. So embarrassing girlfriend. I'm gonna look at whatever was bearish engulfing today.
Oh no, got that.
Caterpillar bearish engulfing on daily. I'll look at it on the weekly. Right now, it just tested that support. Four rocks
Do you
contact.
believe?
Do I what?
I say, do you believe if like you're kind of profitable? Well, say you're profitable, kinda, but you don't take profit because your account's small because you're trying to kick more profit. But if you just put a lot more money in your account and take bigger trades, do you think it'll be more simpler to be profitable? Well, like stay more consistent in a way.
If
That makes sense, I don't know.
I think you're trying to explain your situation without explaining your situation, so it sounded complicated.
Yeah, basically, like I got a small account, so because usually I am in profit, but it's not for long.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to strat, and so like usually like I catch the 2-1-2, it'll be a good move, but get out at my target, or just it would do it. It would go in the forest for a little bit, and reverse. But since my account is small, when I'm in profit, it'd be a little bit. So then I'll be trying to hold it for longer. So I'm thinking like, so then I'll hold it for longer. And next, I'll start going negative. So I'm thinking if I have a bigger account and I just trade how I normally trade, I'll be more profitable because I'll be more willing to take the profit.
If you actually were going to take the profit, the problem is you're neglecting to do that already. So what you should do is, if that's true, in theory, then you can do that now. Because even if your small account is giving you $20 on those trades,
it's like 5. It's like
hey,
5.
bro,
That's why I'd be like,
let it stack, bro. Make it be $5.
well, at first it was actually, I was doing like $20, $30, like when I first started, but then I started blowing up my account, holding on to losers. So now I'm fighting for dear life.
Let it stack, bro. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You know what I'm saying? And let it build up. You can, of course, add money into it. But let it build itself. So, did you catch the class I did on how to squeeze more profit out of trades?
No, I've seen it, but I haven't watched that one yet. Yeah, I needed to focus more on percentage.
All right, I'm gonna pause my setup search for you real quick so I can give you a little speed rundown of that. But Costco got a head and shoulders on the weekly. Oh, so that's another good one to look at. If you want to swing puts, you just mark that down. Costco. HMS.
What's crazy is that like you don't got like people don't realize your YouTube channel got all the answers, like yours and Moody's.
You said I don't realize it?
No, like people don't realize that your
no.
Moody's YouTube channel got all the sauce on it.
So let me show you one other thing then before I get to this thing. People don't realize the Discord got all the answers, bro.
Oh yeah, that's why I always do that. Go to recording classes.
Yeah, because this. Dang, I got my other screen connected to my laptop, so now I can't even see what I'm doing. Now I can. All right.
Oh dang, you set it up. I didn't see you do all that.
What? This?
Yeah, you made a whole little.
I ain't do this. But, I ain't do this, but our team did it. But yeah, bro, so yeah, bro. I ain't gonna say like I don't even know how to express emotionally. Sometimes I feel a certain way when people ask the same questions over and over again, and we done talk to stuff over and over and over again. And like it's part of what comes with it. But yeah, if you want to learn about developing a trading plan, if you want to learn about NFTs, if you want to learn about charting the SPY and trading SPY, FOMO, whatever, bro, how to create a watch list, how to find short-term swings. I get asked that every day. How do you find your swings? Like I've taught on that. How to maximize profit, strat stuff, right? Trend lines, gaps, creating watch lists.
The video was fire too. I watched that one. I watched all that.
It is, bro. Mike Snap.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so you absolutely right, bro. The YouTubes have it all. This lesson library has almost whatever you want. Almost. But to your point, if it's not in the lesson library, then it's somewhere in here in one of these ebooks. If it's not in one of these ebooks, then it's in this folder because this folder got like 100 ebooks in it. Crypto trainings, options, education. So stock trainings. But anyway, we're gonna keep it rolling. Let's go to help you stay in some trades. So the strat in itself, bro, is real particular um, about how you're supposed to be using it. So if you're going to trade the strat, you can still apply what I'm about to show you. But I would, again, with me not giving any recommendations, if I was in your shoes, I would take whatever gains I'm getting and just let them compound um, and focus on scaling. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna show you one more thing real quick. So if you start with, let's say you start with $100, you don't, and there's 52 weeks in a year. So instead of years, let's just look at weeks, right? Instead of years, just use this as weeks. No extra money being added. Let's say you trading the strat profitably. If you're trading the strat profitably, do you think you can get consistently 10% on your account in a week?
The day, but yeah, that's that's
So 10% in a week is being very conservative, huh?
yeah, very.
All right, let's just do 15. Let's do 15. So if you averaging 15% return, let's calculate. This is what you would end up with if you get 15% on your account every week from $100. 15%, right? But like week one, you only made 15 bucks.
Like 5 years.
Nah, bro. 1 year.
Oh, for
1 year from 100 to
I
140,000.
was thinking, man, that's why.
Nah, this is just like we're gonna look at this as week. 1 week, 15% in 1 week is 15 bucks. Right. So like don't get caught up in this because you're thinking, dang, that means I'm only gonna make $15 1 week. Because as you continue to build your account, if you continue to grow at that rate, you go from making $15 in a week to making $100 in a week to making $1,000 in a week to making 10. Right? If you can really do that, you know what I'm saying? But even if you get 5%, bro, you get to a rack, right? Which you're gonna be like, boo. Right. But then you carry that rack over into the next year. Right. Now you 2 years in, and this was you starting with $100. Now you at 16K on 5% a week, which you should be able to do. So don't get too caught up in trying to add more to it. Focus on consistent success and letting those gains stack up, bro, even if they're smaller gains, because everything counts. And that is adding to the account. But instead of you putting Samaj money in there, you putting market money. That makes sense, bro?
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's help you stay in some trades. So let's look at, give me the stock. What's the stock you want to look at? You say you trade CLF.
Yeah.
I bet. What time frame you usually trade on?
The 15-minute.
All right. So you trade the 15-minute. We're gonna look at speed through some of these different things I was talking about as far as staying in trades. Okay. So this indicator right here is called pivot points high low. The reason I use this a lot is because it easily will allow you to see these high points and these low points. All right. Cool. All right. So one of the first things, bro, is using highs and lows, which is trend, right, to stay in your trade longer. So as long as you're making continuous moves down, right, if you got puts, as long as you're continuing to make lower lows or higher lows, then you would stay in the trade. Okay. So what that looks like is if you got puts, say you got puts wherever, you got puts, maybe you got puts this day gap down. Let's just use that as a random example, right? I don't know why, but sure, you got puts right here. Okay. Your previous high is up here. All right. So this moves up, forms a high right here. Also comes up to this level that was previously a little consolidation zone, but then it rejects, right? It makes this move down. Okay, you in the trade. Slide over. This is a new low. You just didn't put the number there. We're gonna switch this over to 5. All right. So this is a new low, lower than this low. Okay. So got lower low, lower low, lower low. All right. Come back up. Come back down. Come back up. Come back down. Come back up. Come back down. Come back up. Come down. Okay. So the basic thing with this, bro, is using these highs and lows to using these highs and lows to gauge if trend is reversing or not. So what we see here is when we're looking at this, we're staying in because you're continuously getting those lower lows, right? And the safest thing, or I guess the way to give the most confirmation is until you get a higher high and a higher low, there you're not looking at.
You feel and sound better than ever with 3 sound profiles to match whatever I'm listening to. Plus noise isolation and awareness mode. So I can choose to be immersed in sound or tune into my surroundings whenever I need to. I can listen while I travel or during a grueling workout with optimized gel tips for the.
Appreciate that, whoever that was. All right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right, it's all good. So, all right. You see that even with this one, you made a higher high, but your next low came in lower. Do you see what I'm saying with these lower lows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's one way to look at it, bro, is if we keep making lower lows, we going lower because we're making lower lows, right? Lower highs means we're going lower too. But you can just make sure that you're not letting one shake you out. That would be an early exit, not like it's a bad exit. If you get a higher high, then you could be looking at a potential reversal. And that would be confirmed, the structure would be broken when you got a higher high and a higher low in a downtrend. So that can work. Try to put my screens back on. Right. So that's gonna work on any stock, crypto, forex, whatever. Time frame don't matter, right? If we slide to the left some more, we see here making lower highs, lower high, lower highs. And then our lows are getting lower as well, right? Until we come right here, we make a higher low, right? But now we start making higher highs. So we're moving up and our lows are getting higher as well. So that's one way you can look at staying in trades longer is looking to see, calls, do we start making lower lows? Nah, our highs are getting higher. Our lows are getting higher as well. So we moving up. Now, you usually day trading or you usually swinging?
Day trade.
All right, cool. So if you're gonna be day trading on the 15, then I'd say what you could do is take it down to a 10 or a 5. Still apply the same principle, right? Still apply the same principle. Just take it down to a 10 or a 5 so that you can see it coming ahead of time. Right. I want to see examples of trades, but yeah. Like, do you have any timestamps that you can use so we can like look at an actual trade you took?
Um,
Like you entered this trade on this day.
Usually I trade the opening, like the market opens.
Okay.
So like I'll chart. Well, I'll usually find a setup on a 4-hour, and then I'll play it from there.
Okay.
So I'll find a setup on a 4-hour before the market opens or the daily. Whether it's a 2-1 or 3-2-2 or something like that, and then have my entries and exit. And then when the market opens, if it goes past the high of the closing candle of the previous day, then I'll enter it in.
So if it goes high over the candle of the previous day.
Yeah, because.
So that would mean this was a high right here on the 25th. Go to 15. This was a high on the 25th. So are you saying that you would have entered calls at open on the 26th?
No, since it gapped up, probably not. But if it stays inside.
Okay. Well, look at past trades you've taken and just look at applying that concept to it. That's one way of looking at stuff that can help you hold your trades. But if you're gonna be day trading, then that's why I said take it down to a smaller frame, so that you can see stuff before it's forming, because you have limited candles, unless you're comfortable with stuff turning into swings. So that's one way. Second way is using the Heikin-Ashi candles. All right.
Do they have that on Thinkorswim?
They don't.
That's also
They should. I don't know if they do or not though.
Okay, but so what does the Heikin-Ashi candles do?
So the Heikin-Ashi candles, they're really just good for trend. Sorry, excuse me. They're really good for trend. So you see how it kind of just flows, big green, 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 green. We got a little red pullback green, pullback green. All right. So when they have no wicks in the opposite direction, that's one of your indications that the trend is strong. So if we look in here, all right, we see this big move up. We didn't have any wicks really to the bottom. Right, like none of these candles have wicks. The lows, nope, the high and low are accurate. The open and close are averages based off of the candles. So they got a little funky calculation on how their actual numbers get printed. But
you said what? The high and low are.
The high and low are true to the candle, but the open and close values for Heikin-Ashi candles are averages.
Oh, okay.
So like the open might be like the average of the open, high, low, something. I don't know the numbers, bro, but I'm gonna tell you like this. All right. The way I use them is I'll get in a trade and then I'll get in a trade off the regular Japanese candlesticks. Then I'll flip over to the Heikin candles. Because if you enter a trade, and I'm gonna put a mark right here, I'm gonna put a green one here and a red one here. Right. And this is August 25th. So we flip over to the regular candles. All right. So if you were looking at trading with the Heikin candles, just Heikin, and that's what Lauren do. So she'll probably be able to talk about that more if she next time she on something. But you would have been the trade from here to here, you know. And if you entered down here for some reason, like you wouldn't have stopped yourself out or got out quick or whatever, you know, this shot up real quick. So you took profits and then you missed this extra move. Right. So that's how I like to look at it, bro, is I'll get in off of these candlesticks though. And then I'll switch over. And I have a couple of different things I'll look at. So one is I'll stay in until I get two candles back to back of the opposite color. So we got puts right here. I'm staying in my puts until here. Right. And so what that looks like when we flip over to the when we flip over back to the regular candles, right, it helps you capture a big chunk of the move without taking profits too soon, I guess. So what you want to do is find ways where you can minimize risk and maximize profit. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of, personally, I'm not a huge fan of percentage-based profit targets. I'm not a huge fan because depending on what you're trading for, but because, you know, this move, if you had said, you know, I'm getting out on, you know, this candle right here that made this new low, right? Or whatever, you know, because you're going to be getting out on one of these candles, you would have ended up missing all of this unless you were like, oh, that's a two down. Let me get back in. So doing that, you capture more move. All right. One trade, more move caught. So you can do that. And then the last one, again, you should just watch the video really that I did covering this because I probably sounded a lot better. The last one is using different moving averages. So the other thing you'll see is moving averages will often act as
Spoilers.
exactly. Right. And so you can, let's leave a 9. Let's have a 9 be red. We can do 21. We can start right there. All right. Nope. Yeah. Let's do a 50. And let's do whatever. Let's do 100. All right. So what you can start noticing is some of these moving averages will hold well, and it'll change across time frames too, but hold well to certain stocks. So, for example, here we see the 9 EMA acted as support. All right. It's not consistent across this one though. So if we come down to the 5, see if it's more consistent. All right. So once you get moving, looks like once you get moving, you could use the 9 as a way to see if trend is starting to slow up or if momentum is starting to slow up. because we see we have, we start making this move down. All right, and then once we start going down, we see we reject the 9, but we don't close above it. Reject the 9 and touch it, don't close above it. And then we finally close above it down here, and that could be your exit. All right. And you do the same thing with the 21. The longer out your moving average, the longer you're going to be in the trade, the more likely it's going to hold as a support though, or resistance, right? So same thing with 21. Reject the 21, reject the 21, reject the 21, reject the 21. So if you were in this trade and you let the 21 moving average hold you in, you wouldn't have got out till down here. The strat ain't gonna have you in there all the way to down here on a 15-minute chart. Right. So this is something that over this 3-day weekend, bro, I highly encourage you test out different time frames, different moving averages, and looking at the Heikin-Ashi candles. And what I would do is I would go use August, and I would just see what does what. So we see 21 is actually holding up pretty well. Support here, resistance, but look for trade setups and then see how they would have played out. Find, that's why I asked if you had timestamps for your trades, is if you can pull up your brokerage and be like, hey, I got in this on this day. Okay, let me pull up the chart and look at that. Okay, this is what I got in at, this is where I got out. Now, if I had tried that Heikin-Ashi thing Jordan was talking about, how long would I have been in? Where would I have got out at? If I tried that EMA thing, how long would I have been in? Where would I have got out at? If I looked at the highs and lows, where would I have got out at? And then you can see, if there's any noticeable improvement that comes from applying one of those strategies. And then, after that, you just make more money. And say thank you. Say thank you, of course. And then you make more money.
Thank you. All right, I found one. Found it. You hear me?
Yeah, where's that?
I got in at, let me see. It was today. I got in at 9:33.
It's hard to look at 9:33 on a 15-minute chart, tell you that. All right, 9:33. What time zone you in?
Eastern Standard Time. You
in Texas, I thought.
Oh, so yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm in Texas, so I don't know what time frame that is though. But
yeah, I'm on.
So mine will be 8:30.
Yeah,
well,
I got
basically,
mine set to New York. Okay, you got in at 9:33 Eastern.
Yeah, EDT.
Okay, what did you get in? What was the trade?
Go to the 4 hours.
4 hours.
Cause that's where I chart at. So where is the previous day? Which is that inside, right?
These two.
Was that 2-1 right there?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I got in off of. So it gapped up, but then it kept going. But then I was filling that gap. I was playing the 2-1-2 plus that gap.
Okay, so you was trying to catch the last 2 candle before it became a 2.
Yeah.
Well, before it confirmed that it would just be a 2, I suppose.
Yeah.
It could have 3'd itself back down.
That's what I was looking at, 2-1-2 on the 4 hour, and then 2-1, and then I was looking and the gap too.
Yeah.
Cause it filled the gap when I was doing it though, but I didn't take profit.
Okay. So you got in here. You got in calls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's throw on a 9 and 20. Okay.
But did
So
I get those? No, I got a puts, actually.
you couldn't have got puts if you was going for a gap fill, bro. Gap fills to the upside. Right.
No, it did.
A gap. You were going for the gap fill down or the gap fill up over here? What did you buy? Man, I gotta go back to that computer.
Um,
No, I got y'all for one more hour. And then it's mission complete. And y'all ain't gonna hear from me for the rest of the month.
well, I figured, well, I got puts. I got puts, but I played it down. Well, it was a 2-1-2 to the upside, but I don't remember what happened. It was 2-1-2 to the upside, but usually when CLF opens, it would go the opposite. It would go the opposite direction, like what the candle was gonna be. So that's why it was going up, but when it opened, it was going up, but it still had more of the gap to fill on the downside. So then that's why I want to put, because it filled the rest of the gap on the downside.
CLF.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? What was yesterday? Yesterday was the second, right? Yeah. CLF didn't fill the gap to the downside.
Well, you see,
It filled the gap
because it's a different gap.
Bigger for me.
There's a gap right here. Oh, that's what I was playing. A 3-2.
You on the daily chart.
Well, this was the gap though. That's where the gap was at on a daily, but I charted it off the 4-hour.
Okay, so you talking about the gap up, and you didn't play this gap. You played the gap from here to.
Yeah, because we're in the open, it went up.
So we go back to the 15. Oh, it feel okay. That's why I was saying it didn't feel. It didn't feel the gap from close to open. It feels the gap from open to open. So it didn't feel this. You see my screen still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So this gap right here that was created from close to open, this gap did not get filled.
Oh yeah, because I was pre-market, so I don't play that.
Yeah, that pre-market gap didn't get filled. And you're talking about the same gap, but just the fact that the high was here and came back and retested open the previous day. Here. Got you. Okay, so you bought puts 3 minutes into the market and you held them all the way till the end of the day?
I got filled at, I think, 37.
You got out at what?
I got filled at 9:37 though.
Okay. You got filled at 9:37. What time did you exit?
Time to exit, I exited at 52.
At what, 52?
At 9:52.
Okay.
Okay.
And you were trading this on a 15?
Yeah, I was trading on the 15 minute, but I was looking at a higher time frame to not get faked out of my trade. I was looking.
What caused you to, what was the reason behind your exit?
Because I was in profit and then it went negative. And then, but my account is low right now. So I was trying to just get out of my losers. I was trying to just get better at getting out of my losing trades before they get too big.
And per the strat, was your put, was the put trade successful?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
But then I didn't take profit, so then I went negative, and then that's where.
And then you didn't re-enter later, huh? Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So it sounds like that's one of the ones where you should just stick to the strategy. And what all the stuff I just showed you was more like squeezing profit out the trade and letting the move go on. But you did good not to stay in this trade and hope that it, went back down. You know. But if you're saying you're finding consistent success on your trades, trading the strat, then yeah, bro, I think you should like get a job and just throw money into the market. Get a job for the market, bro. Ooh. Have I ever told somebody to get a job? I usually tell folks to leave. Yeah, this is what you would have saw if you continued to watch it throughout the day, and then you could have took your puts on the trend line break retest, on the 1, on a 15. Let me see that was on a 15. I'm sorry. You don't trade.
Yeah, to keep going to like the smaller things. I start getting it starts messing with me.
15, you would have got faked out. Potentially, you would have got faked
that's
out.
That's why I kind of will go like to a higher time frame just to kind of check to see what like see if like the 4 hours are still red or something.
But you would have caught it. You know what I'm saying? So you would have, if you were looking at the 15 and you were gonna trade, later in the day, you would have saw it hold this trend line right? You could have took calls on the trend line on the way up, maybe. You could have took calls on the break above and close above this previous supply, right? Or the retest and bounce back. Or you could have took puts once it broke trend line. And after it broke and closed below trend line, you could have carried the puts back down to the open of the previous candle and caught a 2.5% move. Well, do you stop trading after a certain time of day?
You said what?
Is there a certain time of day that you stop trading?
Usually when I lose, I just like stop trading. I just call it quits for the day. And also because my account's low, so I don't got a lot of buying power. So it'd be like one contract and done. Well, I had more today because it was Friday, but I just didn't get back in. I kind of just let it be.
Yeah, bro. Sound like you got an easy fix. Sound like you just have to take profits when the strat tells you to take profits. Take profits at your target. You have a strategy that's working. You just got to let it work. Don't take something that's working and make it not work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. You know. So if you need to, if your best bet is to start just taking more setups instead of trying to make, all right, that's again why I say we trade price action, not emotions. Trade price action, not P&L. Is you're losing because you're trying to get more out of the trade, even though your strategy already told you to get out. Right. So maybe you just take your profits and then find the next trade and then take profits on that one. Find the next trade. You know, let them grow. And then you from there, that is when once you start doing that consistently and you keep your trade log so you can keep learning from yourself and studying yourself. Annotate your charts too, so that you can come back and look at your charts and see what you were looking at and see what you did and why you did it, what you could have done differently. And then you go from there, bro. Like that's been the biggest key in me getting. That's why I got so many strategies and I know so many things and I can trade this and trade that way and do this and do that because I'll go look at what I did and be like, yo, you know,
selling a home is expensive.
Sell your home. Exactly. So yeah, bro. When you go through it like that and you start looking at when you go through it like that and you start looking at, what you're doing, and why you're doing it, and then looking at the past, you can learn from yourself. But
yeah, I think that's one thing I don't do at all is actually keep go over my trades.
Do it, bro. You
I just feel like
gotta watch your own film.
Yeah, I feel it. I don't know why it be seeming so hard to just actually log it or just look at it. It seems because I feel like I don't know what I be thinking at the moment.
That's why I said annotate it. So like if you caught earlier when we was on Bitcoin, like yeah, Luther owed me money. I was right.
Oh yeah, get that crypto class.
Yeah, we was live charting and stuff. And like just betting on where we thought stuff was gonna go. I'm gonna tell Luther, yeah, I was right, it went down. But like analyzing, bro. Analyze it, look at what's going on, um, and annotate it so I can come back and be like, yo, this is what I saw. Oh, what did I see? We shorted the retest right here, and this was all on a 1 minute actually. We did all this on the one. Yeah. So we had the inside bullish candle break. We had a bull flag right here. We took up here, started consolidating, came up here and tested the triple top. Right. So we could have took puts there. We could have, would have, should have. We didn't even notice that because of when we got on the candles. Took calls right here, right? So I was like, go long right here in the support zone. Stop loss right below the support zone, which is this box. Profit target up here. That hit. Come out of it, right? So we broke out, came up, retested. I said, go short here. Cool. We hit. All right. Did another one. This one, Luke talking about check your trade. This one is the same thing where we what was it? It was a put trade, right? And I was showing the trailing stop, right? How to squeeze more money out your trade. So we took out these targets, but I pulled up the Heikkanashi candles. I gotta come all the way back over here again. Right. So literally like I just showed you, bro. Re-entry on the break and you catch the whole move and you get out right here. Right. So then we come back up and
But what?
Hello, what's up? So then we came back up and we shorted another retest, right? And I can tell you all this, and this all happened at 2:30 a.m. Eastern. Right now it's 7:48 Eastern. So this happened on the charts 5 hours ago. But I could tell you exactly what happened. And I could tell you what happened 3 weeks from now if we pull this up, because I annotated it. Right. So I know what I was looking at. I know why I did what I did. And if it didn't work, I can say, well, dang, Jordan, you probably shouldn't have went short in the bull flag. And we talked about that too. But I also put the stop above this resistance, right? Because I knew we could pull back and go and draw down and retest this resistance. So I put my stop above it so that I would only get stopped out if we broke resistance, not if we test resistance, right? And before we move down, we tested resistance twice, right? But that's the mental fortitude, if you will, of dang, you down on the trade and you're not blinking the eye, bro. You're not sweating. Nah, we just testing resistance. What I'm finna trip about, right? And then we got the flush. So more profit taking, right? So now, if we know that this is where we first started breaking back even, and we trying to squeeze profit out our trade, let's flip back to the Heikkanashi, right? We riding out till we get 2 candles of the opposite color. That means our exit comes right here. Flip back to the Japanese. Cool. All right, so you would end up getting out right here and caught that wave down from here, from over here down to here, right? So that's why you should annotate your stuff, bro, so that you can replay it just like that, step for step, anytime. and you can know what you were looking at, know what you were thinking, know why you did what you did, and you can learn. Oh man,
That was fire.
Michael, I'm gonna say this, bro. I don't even know how to feel because you outside right now and it's sunny. I don't even know how to feel. Well, I've been on Zoom since 8:30 yesterday in the morning. Just sunlight makes me feel like I'm crazy. We didn't enter the territory of folks who fell asleep on the Zoom. It's like, y'all ain't gonna see this. Yeah, log your stuff, and that's for anybody. Anybody, log your trades, log your trades, annotate your charts. The same way if you was playing a sport and you would study the film of your, upcoming opponent, so you can learn what their patterns are and how they move and their mechanics, and you can find weaknesses that you can exploit in the game. Do that with yourself. Study your own film, log your trades, what you got in on what day, why you got in it, why you exited, what was your position sizing, right? What was your plan for that trade? On August 26th, I bought SPY calls at this price, this expiration, this strike, because it formed the inverted head and shoulders and broke the neckline, retested the neckline, and then made a new high off the retest candle. My target was XYZ. All right, I ended up getting out because once I was in profit, 20%, I was using the 10% trailing stop loss and it pulled back to 10%. After it pulled back, it shot back up. Maybe I should loosen that trailing stop. Make notes of your stuff. And then you can always go back and review what you did and find weaknesses in your own game. And once you find those, you can then patch those holes. Good morning. Morning to you. In hour 23, man. We got a little bit of time left. So let me get back to what I was looking at. So it's those bearish engulfings. So, matter of fact, I'll actually make this easier on myself. I can I control these charts and the time. Let's change the time it's showing me. Yes, I can. Let me look at 6 months. All right, so Comcast is made a bearish engulfing on the daily, and it's testing lows that are 6-month lows. So that's Jeez, bro. That's why I had a problem a long time, man. I just couldn't be getting in over here and then be like, damn, it's a year later and I'm at the same spot. Gotta trade options. Gotta trade. Do both. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly, we might come retest as low at.
Hey Jordan, I got a quick question for you.
What up, Matt?
What's going on? Hey, when you just had that chart pulled up, and a few minutes ago, you were showing like the Heikennashi candles as a way to the indicator trend change.
Yep.
Would the Heikennashi candle show up in the same way that you just showed before? You know, because you were talking about that long term where you got in. Well, you could have got in, and then a year later, it was like way back down at the bottom again. So when it reached that peak, it was just that long V shape. Do you think the Heikennashi candles would have showed?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we can look at it, bro. Yeah. So I think if you're looking at like a longer term scale, what you would probably look at is the monthly. If you were like long term portfolio management, look at this. Nothing but green, nothing but red. Right.
Yeah, that would
So
have saved so much money.
yeah, so it's the same stuff. That's what I was saying. Is like these concepts apply forex, crypto, stocks, commodities, futures. I haven't tested that to be sure, but I would assume. And then time frame, it don't matter because all it is price, right? Price is price. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, you were in and you waiting on two candles of the opposite color, then you would have got out on this candle. And that would have saved you from going down an additional 30%. Like using that could have saved you 30% on your position, which if we keep in mind that the market average year over year is about 10 to 11 or 9 to 11%, saving 30% on your long term a big deal. Good question, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, dog, of course. Yeah. That's what got me into trading. What got me into trading was I started trading actively. I started swing trading actively around 2015. And it was like having the long term and seeing that stuff be break even after weeks or months. And I'm like, bro, this don't make no sense. I was like, why would I do that? Why would I do
That's what happened to me when I first bought a couple of long-term options, like 2-year contracts, and it was at the time where the market was still pretty bullish. So initially, option contracts increased in price by a significant amount, and I was like, okay, cool, everything's going as planned. So I just kept holding, and then the market had a swing down. I was like, oh, it's probably just a swing, but nah, it just kept coming down and down and down and never really recovered. And I was like, man, I need to exit. But it was way late in the game. So I had lost all them gains that I had made.
Yeah, bro. But the more you know, right?
Right? Yeah. Going forward, that ain't gonna happen again.
Absolutely. And that's the thing that's most important. That's again to the point of logging your trades, annotating your charts, studying your own film and your own self. That way you don't have to keep coming on the Zooms talking about the same problems you had last week. Like, bro, we already talked about that. You can't keep making the same mistakes, do the same stuff, thinking you're gonna get different results. That's insane.
Insanity.
That's crazy. So yeah. But yeah, bro, absolutely. It's now you got me over here applying the Heikennashi to the bigger time frames to look at trades I entered today.
Okay.
And look at that. So we got our first candle First weekly candle, no wick to the downside on PDD. Trend line break and closed. I took PDD calls, 73 calls for 916. Feel good about that. Trend line break, high volume, strong close. That's on the weekly. On the daily. On the daily, we've had consistent green. Had earnings as well. Yeah, so.
It's looking strong.
Yeah, it is, bro. So calls on PDD and puts on Triple M. Yeah. All right, back to the drawing board. So Comcast, that's what I was looking at. Comcast. That could be a short. I don't like trading Comcast really. I think just because the premiums are so small and move slow, but Comcast is real good for people who are more price sensitive to their contracts. And so Comcast breaks this, that'll be a new low. You got room to the downside. So your next support, your next major support is about 4.5% away. Earnings isn't for another 2 months. So this ain't a bad trade. The low right here, 35.61. Set an alert. Take 35. 35. 35. 35. Complete card look interesting. Intel, jeez. Pull up Intel. So Intel was one that came up when I was talking about my gap, when I was teaching my gap class, talking about don't just automatically assume that gaps are gonna get filled. Right, because Intel still has this gap from April of 2021 on earnings. Now I remember people buying Intel calls like, oh, duh, it's Intel, duh. And it done lost half its value since then. It's still dropping, so Intel looks like it's about to make more lows.
That's crazy. Can you show the Fibonacci on that one?
For sure, bro. Let me look at, get an idea for a monthly level. A certain time frame you want to see it on?
The monthly.
Sure, we can look at them all. What's the big deal?
Bears.
Yeah, big facts. No wicks on the top side either for the last couple months.
What about the weekly?
I'm gonna take us down to the daily too. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, weekly you start seeing some pullback. Daily. So I think even like with a situation like this, what I'm looking at right now is letting it print green. And then after it prints 2 green, if we can get 2 green, after it prints 2 green, taking the next red down with no upper wick for a continuation to the downside.
okay.
Yep. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm just looking, right? So that wouldn't have worked here, would have worked here, would have worked here, right? Green, we get our red, downside, green, we get our red, downside, green, we get our red, downside, two green, oh, sorry, two green here, get our red downside, two greens, first red, boom. Two greens, first red, boom. Two greens, first red, boom, boom, boom. Greens, red, boom, boom. Two greens, red, boom, boom. Two greens, red, boom, boom. That's what just went through my head within like the first 5 seconds of looking at this chart. You know,
Yes.
so that's why I came up with that. Like, so that's literally what I'll do. Like, I'll come back and look at this Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, be like, did we get those greens?
Right.
And then if we did, then I'm gonna set an alert. If I can, I don't know if you can set an alert based on candle color, but I don't think you could. But I could probably just set one for like lows being broken, or I could just come back. But yeah, bro. I mean, so I think just looking at that over the past time since it's been in this downtrend, and that's you making me create more strategies, Matthew. So
That's
now I'm like, all right, if we on the weekly and we continue in bearish on the weekly, you know, multiple candles in one direction, failed flips, right? Failed flip. On the daily, we can apply that. Once you get two candles, because I'm gonna explain this after. Once you get two candles opposite color, wait for a candle of the overall weekly trend, and then continue to take the weekly trend same direction once the daily returns to weekly trend. What they're doing is one, that's multi-time frame continuity, weekly, daily. That's also going to have you trading with the overall trend. Trend is your friend, right? That's also allowing you to buy in on a pullback, right? So you're buying at the discount, right? Instead of you buying puts on something that's already dropping, you're buying your puts instead of being like, yo, it's going down, let me get puts here. You're buying puts when it pulls back and catching that next move down, right? Catching that next move down. And so we see, regardless of our time frame that we held those trades, if we started implementing that strategy since January, we would have lost once and won every single time after that. So we're gonna see what happens next.
So Jordan, you saying you're waiting for that pullback on the daily, or you're waiting for that pullback on the weekly?
Daily. Two green candles on the daily for the Heikinashi for Intel. And then the next candle that prints red is gonna be the put. Swing puts probably get 2 weeks expiration on it. And as far as managing it from there, that's the next step that we would have to figure out. And we could just hold the Heikinashi candles. But this seems like a strategy that implementing a percentage take profit and then runners would probably work great for, right? Because we can't get a clear gauge on how long this move is happening, but we're trading with the overall trend direction. So since we're trading in line with the overall trend, we just let the trend carry us, right? You put something in the ocean, tide is just gonna take it out, further and further and further and further and further, you know, or wash it back on shore. I guess that really is what would happen.
So would you stay in that trade longer since you're using the daily?
So yeah, bro. So I would probably I'll probably get multiple contracts on it. Not probably, I would, or I will if it prints those green candles. And you could also just stagger your contracts, right? So you can get contracts that expire same week and contracts that expire the next week, right? and split up your capital that way. So if you were going to allocate, say, a $500 to this position, you could put $100 on this week expiration and $400 on next week, right? And that way you're putting more capital into the less risky investment while still giving yourself a chance to make, a good amount of profit on the weekly contracts as well.
Jordan, can we look at AMD?
Yes, ma'am. What do you want to look at?
I've been actually, I caught it downtrended. So I just want to see
Tracy,
kind of like
it's breaking up real bad. If you just give it a second till you kind of situated. All right. Okay, what were you trying to say? It was just breaking up. I couldn't put your words together at all.
that was my fault. I'm walking, I'm getting my exercise in. I was in AMD earlier this week and caught the downtrend of AMD. And I just wanted to kind of look at that and see where it's kind of like going.
Okay. AMD had that news that dropped it. Dropped it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. All right. Oh, we got so many gaps. So many gaps. So right now, AMD, it already came back down here. So AMD, what I like about it from the bull side is that it made a new high. Right. So selling pressure started getting relieved. If you notice, you have 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles. Bear with me. 4 candles, 5 candles. You had 6 candles in a row where no new highs was made. All right. Now you got a candle with a new high. So this is it's a little different. Trying to anticipate moves into the upcoming week. You can still trade them the same or chart them the same, but keeping in mind that there can be news over the weekend that affects the market going into the next week is where your analysis can be invalidated. So AMD, I wouldn't be surprised if it does come back and retest this gap as far as the daily chart is concerned. Rather soon because it already did start making a new high. So it's likely that it would continue to pull back right here. And that could just be a gap up. It can gap up, fill that gap, reject, close the gap back, and continue down. On a weekly, did that make sense? Sorry, I'm really quick.
Yes, it did. Can you put it on Hakanashi to compare it also?
Sure thing. Weekly looks good. It's testing. Let me see. I'm gonna put on the Hakanashi 1 second. That's 30%. I should take this down actually. Okay. Weekly might have a little more room to downside. So yeah, you might get a gap up retest to fill that gap above and then gap back down. Or not gap back down, but move back down, close the gap and continue down. We flip over to the 1 day. Hakanashi. All right, inside bar. No upper wicks, right? So big bearish movement, which we already know because we ain't getting no new highs anyway. So big bearish movement. Take to the 1 hour. And we did see some. So Fibonacci wise, we did get the most green candles that we've gotten in a few days on Friday. But
Look like he wants to double bottom on a weekly possible
so
with the
weekly,
Hakanashi candle. Uh-huh. Was it the weekly? I saw.
the weekly.
Where you said we got the most green candles.
Oh, that was the 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the 1 hour where. So this is what I'm still playing into what I was showing you, where it does, but just shooting back up here to close that gap and then rejecting and coming back down to form that double bottom. I think market sentiment right now is pretty bearish too. So
All right, you got a few more minutes, Jordan. You got like 15 minutes and you got your 24. I think 15.
yeah, 15, and we got the 24. And then I'm not going to sleep because it's morning. Then this what time I wake up anyway. What up, Quinn?
Can't believe you're still here. I went to
What
bed at
up,
3
Jay? What up, Jay? Hey, you a wild boy.
for real.
Y'all know how we get down, man. What's up?
That's my daughter, Cameron. Say hi, Cameron.
What's up, Cam?
That's Jordan the GOAT. That's Jordan the GOAT.
She's cute.
Thank you.
You gotta
That's
make
Jordan.
your dad rich. You gotta make your dad a bunch of money.
You already know. You already know who he is.
She gotta get a new Porsche when she go to high school.
She gotta get a what?
We gotta help her get a Porsche when she go to high school, bro.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's big facts.
Yo. Alright. But yeah, who was that? Was that Eartha? That sounded like Eartha that said, Eartha, you call me crazy or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I went to bed at 3 o'clock. Woke up. I'm still like, they're still on here?
24 is 24, babe. 24.
No, you gotta get some rest.
You know, we'll do that. We'll do it.
Just please don't drive because you're driving drunk.
Exactly.
I'm gonna walk.
I've tried.
I'm good, y'all. I feel good, you know. I could take on the world. World gonna knock me up. All right. What else we got? What else we got? So yeah, Comcast looks good to the short side as well. Again, the general thing is what I'm looking at, like the whole mindset. So you kind of got like an idea is I want to find stocks that are already going down. I think the overall market should be going down. So I want to find stocks that are going down heavily or are have a lot of room to go down, but nothing really in between, right? And then on the other side of the coin, I want to find stuff that's going up even though the market's dropping, but not going up because the market's dropping, right? Because that would mean like the VIX, for example, that would mean that once the market goes back up, it'll probably go back down. Right, but if we're finding companies that are going up and staying strong, even though the market's dropping, then when the market goes back up, then those companies should be able to continue to go up. If they were going up in their own merit, as more money flows into the market, more money should flow into them as well. All right. If we're finding stuff that's already trash, for lack of a better word, then it should continue to be trash if the market is trash. Or if the market goes up, it still might be trash. So we're looking at. That's what we looking at. Dang, somebody's fell asleep with the camera. Turn this video off. All right. XLP consumer staples. So Verizon's doing the same thing as Comcast. So another thing you can look at is you can look at different ETFs and get a gauge of how they're performing. And then you can look at the companies that are mainly in those ETFs and then kind of get you some ideas from there as well. So if we go look at different ETFs like XLB, see, XLP is the one that had the bearish engulfing. So that was consumer staples. All right. So then what you could do, staples. All right, you can pull up consumer staple stocks. Actually, we could do one better. We could just go to etfdb.com. You can go to XLP. Then
So
you can
Jordan,
go to,
when a ETF, when you, like you're doing an ETF itself, and the whole the ETF itself is going in a nice uptrend, do you just pick the top 2 or 3 to look at to get into to play?
yeah. So if the ETF is making a strong move, then you can go look at the top 2 or 3. Hey, where'd you hear that from?
You guys.
Oh, yeah, like I know I used to say that all the time when I was running my IG lives. People were like, "How do I know what stock to buy?" Or that's me. That's actually because that's what I did, right? Instead of the buy, like I said before, when I came into the market in 2012, there wasn't all this Instagram, YouTube, everybody got a Discord, everybody trying to day trade, everybody a trader. It wasn't all that because most people didn't get into the market really till 2020 when the crash happened. As of currently, majority of people who are in the market, I think that's when they entered. So it was very much if you want to get rich in the stock market, what you need to do is put $200 a month into the S&P 500 and wait 65 years. And I was like, man, that's BS. So because I know that the ETF price movement is composed of these different companies and they're weighted differently in this ETF, what I need to see is out of this ETF, what's pulling it up, what's pulling it down, so I can know what to get and what to avoid if I want to maximize my returns. Because instead of me putting in, right, if you have an equally weighted ETF with Apple and GameStop, sure. If it's an equally weighted ETF and Apple goes up 30%, GameStop goes down 30% in the year, right, then you would assume that the ETF finishes around 0%. Right? That don't mean that everything inside the ETF is trash. Apple went up 30%, but GameStop went down. So it pulled the ETF down. So instead of me being like, well, I'm just going to invest in the ETF, I'm like, nah, bro, let's go see what's outperforming and go from there. So if XLP formed this bearish engulfing on a daily, now what I'm looking at is what's in XLP. And here are its top 15 holdings: Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Costco. So if I pull up Procter & Gamble, I see a bearish engulfing, right? And so I can then trade Procter & Gamble rather than trade the ETF. I can look at Pepsi, bearish engulfing. Coca-Cola, bearish engulfing. Walmart was on that list. It did not bearish engulf. And then we had Costco. Costco was bearish engulfing. And Costco was the one I was looking at that had the weekly head and shoulders, which might create a great opportunity to go short. So that is what you could do as far as like investing. That's exactly what I would do. Is I would find. What am I talking about? What I would do? I can show you right now. So what I would do is I would come to this website, and they changed some stuff on here. Oh, all right, I found it. So I'll come to this website and I'll basically just look at what had the highest returns over the 5-year, 3-year, 1-year period, mainly the 5-year and 3-year, because that shows sustained growth. Or it might have been a big burst that sustained. Yeah, so no option, it just had to sustain. So looking at solar, this is a leverage ETF. This is clean energy, right? Solar, clean energy go hand in hand. Natural gas, clean energy again, right? So if I'm noticing this stuff that we keep seeing clean energy over and over again popping up, then for me, I'm looking at after that is, let me go find these clean energy stocks that have continuously been holding these ETFs and causing them to do great. Because when we look at this, if we jot this down, I'm gonna put it in the chat. If we look at the returns on this solar ETF, dang, I forgot all about the chat till just now. Forgot that was even a thing. So I'm gonna scroll back up and see what y'all talking about. But year to date, 5% gain. 1 year is -7%. 3-year is 165%. And then 5-year, 279. Right. So if I'm looking at that, as opposed to me just investing in SPY, just because it's SPY, if I go look at SPY and I go look at SPY's performance, right? SPY's performance 5 years, 74%. That ETF gave 279. 3 years, SPY gave 42. That ETF gave 165. 1 year return, SPY is down 11%. This ETF is down 7. Year to date, SPY is down 15%. This ETF is up 5. Right? So across the board, this ETF seems to be kicking SPY's butt. This is what I'm looking to invest in. And then again, more particularly, I'm looking to invest in whatever these holdings are in this ETF that are causing it to outperform the market so well. Right? And that's when you can start going into your fundamental analysis. Hey, bro, it's all good if you couldn't hop on the 1 a.m. part, because we still on the Zoom, bro. So if you want to come on, we actually about to hit hour 24 in like 1 minute. So if you want to come on and teach, bro, it's good, dog. But, it ain't nothing. We got people here, bro. We 49 deep right now. Man, probably do real good. All right, let me see what y'all talking about.
We can do a countdown.
We could. Let me pull up this real time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You did it!
Congratulations.
You did it! No
What's
other
up?
Bitcoin done that before. You did it! You're the first.
All right, y'all. Good night. Nah, what up? Lauren come on the camera looking like now Jordan. Get off the Zoom.
Let's go. Yeah, Jordan, get off the Zoom, seriously.
Man, please. We finna go ahead and get in this joint. All right. So let's see what y'all talking about up in the chat. Good morning, y'all. Sound like why you sound like you dragging? Oh yeah, no sleep. Jordan, thank you for the Discord and all the team. Really love it for sure. Yep, never heard of Surge Trader. Can I tell y'all what I saw in the Triple M trade? I guess I already did that. Been back testing using the Heikenhashi candle since I started talking about it. I am how it helps with not getting faked. Okay, I think you're saying you see how it helps with you not getting faked out. Can you add EMAs for additional confirmation? You can, right? You can add whatever you want to for a confirmation. What I'm not a fan of personally is just clogging up my chart, which is why I usually just have pivot point high lows. But what I tell everybody is, you know, I don't trade with indicators. Some people do, some people don't. Some people trade just candlesticks. Some people trade whatever they want to trade. Whatever makes you successful, trade that. Hopefully it don't leave your chart looking like this. But if your chart got to look like this for you to get money, do that. You know what I'm saying? CCP, I think it is, comfortable, consistent, profitable. Nope. Comfortable, probable, profitable, right? You want to make sure you're making money. You want to be profitable. You want to make sure your trade setups are probable. All right, we want to win. Yeah, you can be profitable winning 50% of your trades or 40% of your trades, but don't nobody want to do that. And then you want to be comfortable. All right. Is your strategy something that you can take easily? Is it requiring you to do 30-step checklist and 25 indicators? Or is it as simple as the strat, right? The strat is comfortable, profitable, and probable. The strat got simple rules to it. You know what I'm saying? It got 3 things. It can be a 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, right? And you have different patterns based on those candlesticks. Good morning, Luther. Nice to see you woke up again, man.
Man, it's crazy, man. You out of control, man.
Man,
Somebody put this guy in a straight jacket, man. Who else been up all night with him? Hold on.
Lauren.
Lauren? Man, Lauren got, man, somebody put Lauren in a straight jacket. I know one person.
I'm working on it.
Candace Tillman still up? Man, somebody need to put her in a straight jacket. I know.
You rolling, bro. You rolling. So let's see what else we got. But yeah, make sure you comfortable, profitable, probable with all your stuff so you can continue. No, I'm not taking on that. Can you do that again? Show how you pulled up the list to show the breakdown of companies in ETF. Yeah, etfdb.com. You can come in. All I did was I went to tools, ETF screener, scroll, hit returns. And then from there, I sorted it out like that, right? I sorted it out, and then I was able to just look at these different ones, and you notice, so that's one of the other things is that you consistently see the same type of ETFs popping up here with the most returns. Solar, clean energy, natural gas, green energy, global clean energy, right? So that's telling you that, and we've already talked about that in the past, talking about like investing in what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's a no-brainer for sure. Return, can I look at QYLD? That's a QYLD, that's a high dividend, isn't it? Yeah, covered call ETF. Fancy, fancy, fancy. They got high dividends though. I think, yeah, 18 cents on a $17 stock. Yeah. So QYLD. Hey, this must have been going down ever since it was released though. Right. So one of the things to talk about, one of the things to keep in mind, is in your quest to get your dividend income, you don't want to sacrifice capital gains just because you want dividends. Now you can have a company that gives you 4% dividend, which is a very high dividend yield, but if it's giving you 5% in depreciation every year, then you making money on dividends but giving it right back. once you sell your position. And if it continues to drop, then that's what you would do.
Yeah, I was wondering that one had hit the bottom. That's why I was asking about it.
Oh, for sure, bro. Well, it's making new bottoms, brother. So, hey, man.
This is the last one.
No.
Come on, Jay. You promised.
Did I? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
Jay.
The power of the stock gods is flowing through my veins.
That's that high. That's that runner's high.
It is a runner's high. You're
I'm not
crash,
gonna go to
bro.
sleep though. I'm finna go hoop. Like I'm up.
No.
Me co-host, I'll stay up.
No.
Hey, Luther said we going 48 back to back.
He does feel like that, but no.
When are the videos gonna be up? Well, I must see if Zoom still lets me have an account after all this stuff, or if my storage is still there, because 24. I probably could record. No, in all seriousness, like let the power of a nap flow through my veins. 4 a.m. is my cutoff for bed. Like once I'm up past 4 a.m., I'm like, what am I gonna do, bro? It's 7 o'clock when I'm at right now. Why would I go to sleep? I think, dude, I gotta put this poll out on the Discord about how I can make it better. Yeah. Gotta drop that M2M team.
Hey, Jordan. Really, I appreciate you so much, man, because this was great, man. But the bottom line of trading is you just got to, I dreamed about this. The bottom line of trading, you really just got to put in your levels, trust your levels, and trade your levels. It's simple, but it's beginning to be like true. You just got to trust your levels, put your stop loss in there, and if it worked, great. Start taking your profits. If not, get out quick. And that's the way I'm beginning to see it. There's no between, and I just think I've been overthinking it, but I dreamed about this last night. I said, man, really, you're just overthinking it. It's really simple. And Lauren, I really appreciate you because that done stuck with me, man, how simple you make it and really make money in this.
Good, I'm glad.
It's so hard to say goodbye, but it's that time.
Come on,
It's that time. It's that time.
Y'all bugging. I ain't going nowhere. Okay.
I'm with you,
Joy. I saw what you did. You took me off co-host. You're not slick.
I'm still here, Jordan. I'm still here, man. Come on, let's break this.
Yeah, Luther. Yeah, Luther said, let's get crazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
Go to Bitcoin.
It's not.
Go to Bitcoin,
Go ahead, make Luther the co-host.
No.
Luther the host. Luther finna run a class.
DJ, this is when you make everybody think that I'm mean. That's not fair at all. And I stayed up with you. That's not fair. You promised me
so much. I don't remember.
I'm with you, Lauren.
Hold on. Let me check the text.
Thank you, Tracy.
Nah, see, I said
I'm with you too, Lauren. You gotta get some.
I told you to go to sleep.
No, you promised me you were signing off at 24 hours when you did this.
I think Jordan started at 9:30.
Let's go, Jordan. Let's go. It's hard to say goodbye. Do you want me to start singing? And I can't sing.
I like to talk, and I'm coming on the mic to tell you that you need to get some rest.
Oh my gosh, man. Why you do this, Lauren?
Why do you do this, Jay?
Oh, you getting people to team up on me and stuff.
You're not a robot.
Bye, Jordan.
Hey,
Goodbye.
man, go ahead and get your rest. We need you to recharge for next week.
Jordan,
yep.
9-time champion, baby. 9-time champion, boy.
Oh, Luther. Yeah, look at Big. Okay, I'm gonna get off after this. I just gotta show Luther. He owed me like $200. Luther, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Look at the stop. It's still here.
Oh,
still here. None but bread. Nothing but stats. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, point proven. Let's go. 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 Let's go.
Okay. We gonna get off, and then I'm gonna open a Zoom in like 2 hours. It'll be a whole new Zoom.
Yeah, let's do it. Just me.
All right,
Hey man, thanks, man. Have a good day.
all right, y'all. I'm gonna go to Waffle House or something. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for rocking with us, y'all. Well, I'm gonna get all these videos posted. I'm not gonna go to sleep, but I'm gonna eat again. Y'all be smooth, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Who we got still here? We got I gotta hit the little joint. We got Lauren. Thanks for rocking, Lauren. Luther, RDC, JC, Ayana Love, Candace, Carmel, Charmaine, Christian, Chris, Denise, Donnie's, Donna, Dora, Ethel, Hayes, Everything, Who, TikTok, GG614, HPI, iPhone 11, Joanne, Janelle, Kassan, Kendrick, Kia, Mia, Latoya, Los, Matthew, MC, Megan, Oak Cliff, Pam, Paula, Quentin, Trugs, Quinn Grant, Raj, Robert, Sean, Cedric, Spyphone, Samaj, he sleep. Shanika Murray, Smith, Tanya, Tracy, Tremel, UGO, Hugo, Vincent X-Man. Appreciate y'all. Invite y'all friends to the Discord, man. Y'all got referrals. Y'all literally get paid when y'all invite people to the Discord. I'm gonna send the link to the boot camp again. I'm gonna send out the affiliate link again in the Discord. Again, appreciate y'all. It means a lot that y'all stayed on. Y'all rocked out. Y'all learned. I'm gonna see y'all in a month.
Salute.
I'm gonna see y'all in a few hours when I open the new Zoom. That's long for bed. Go to sleep, Lauren.
We heard that, Jordan. Lord, I'll let you know.